going to look like everybody else? Or could it just go the other way? I didn't come here to share stories. I come here to challenge you. What are you going to do? So from Does Size Matter and Love Fool to the greatest email I've ever received. Has anybody here had an email come through and you've read it and you've shared it on social media and you've cut it out and you've posted it on the wall and you've told all your friends and family and colleagues and work colleagues about this email that you've just received? No. Why? Why? For all the email that gets sent, for all the messages that you receive every day, there is not one that stands out. Am I right? What are we wasting so much time, money, and effort on such a fabulous piece of material, a great activity as email is, on the same old, same old? It's got to stop. It's got to stop. What I'm about to show you is the greatest email I've ever received. And it was from a large brand. Ladies and gentlemen, say cheese. Thank you. Pizza Hut. The huge global brand Pizza Hut. Around about 5 years ago, I went online and I ordered my food online. I ticked all the boxes. And right at the very bottom it said, would you like us to keep you informed of all latest offers and promotions? And there's a little tick box. And I ticked the box. I'm in marketing. I want to know what you are going to send me. So I ticked the box, ordered the food arrived. Everything's fine. Until one day I received this email. The subject heading of the email said this: Dear Jeff, we have revolutionized the future of pizzas. I'm at my desk, I'm thinking, no. How have you done this? That's a quite catchy subject heading. You've got my attention. So I clicked on the email. It said, Dear Jeff, we have revolutionized the future of pizzas. We can now, with our trained chefs, we can now put your face on the pizza that you want to choose, and it'll look just like you. And I said, no, this is impossible. But as I scrolled down the email, they showed me this image. That's him. Whatever toppings you choose, they can arrange it so it looks like you. A real personalized pizza. I'm excited. I can't believe this. They said, but there's 3 ways in which we have to do this before it arrives to you in 45 minutes' time, fresh. 3 things. Number 1, we need a head and shoulders photograph of you. I thought, I've got one of those. I minimized the screen. I went to my holiday photographs. I got one that I was quite tanned. And I cropped my head. And I saved it as a JPEG. Number 2, simply put your image into the box. And number 3, press go. And as soon as you press this, there'll be a countdown clock, 5, 4, and as soon as we hit 0, what will appear on your screen will be the picture of your face on the pizza that's going to be delivered to you in 45 minutes' time, fresh. So I got the photograph, I got it, and I pressed it, and I pressed go, and it said 5, 4, 3. They didn't sell anything. They didn't promote. There were no vouchers. There were no buy one, get one free. There was nothing that the usual pizza company would do. Do you know what they wanted to do? Engage. Engage with the customer. Make them smile. Make them smile. As soon as this happened, I laughed out loud. I took the URL and I posted it onto social media. But that's nothing, because you know what? I've wrote about them. I've blogged about them. And you know what? Have you any idea how many countries and audiences I've been talking about Pizza Hut to? And now it makes its debut in Quito. But here's my challenge. I don't want to be talking about these for all my life. I want to be talking about you. I want to know what you're going to do from now on. I want you to tell me what you've done. I want to tell me your successes. Because that's the power of an OMG moment. Ladies and gentlemen, OMG marketing, the ideas, the stories, it is all about standing out from the crowd. Yes, I've got a book and I've got hundreds of stories in there, and I wanted to pick out just a few of them for you today. But it means nothing without the service behind the marketing. You can create OMG moments for the rest of your days, but without service, it will fall down. You know this. Service. So I want to introduce you today to my brand new topic. Introduce you to the world that I live in, called celebrity service. I was at a conference many years ago in the UK. For the first half of the conference, it was about an hour and a half of marketing promotional ideas. Then we had a break, we had a brunch. And then I came back for the second half. The second half was all about customer service, how we retain clients. And as I walked onto the stage in the second half, I totally changed what I was going to say. At the top of my head, I just said, do you treat all your customers the same? Do you treat all of your customers with the same high level of service each and every day? And there was an audience of about 300. Half of the room were nodding, apart from one lady who was sat near the front. And she shouted out. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, in England, we don't tend to shout out. So did you treat all your customers the same? This one woman shouted out, absolutely, Jeff. Sorry? Absolutely. I said, oh, wow, so you treat everybody with the same high level of service each and every day? She said, yes. I said, oh, tell me, what sort of business have you got? She said, I've got a boutique store. We design and we make high-end products. Children's toys, kitchenware, homeware, everything for the home. And these products are made out of wood, stone, and metal. She says it's very exclusive and very expensive. And I said, wow, okay, fantastic. And you deliver this high level of service each and every day to every customer that walks in? She said, yes. I said, give me some examples of how you deliver this service. Give me some examples. She said, well, we serve tea and coffee in the shop. I said, really? How much is the tea and coffee? She said, no, it's free. Wow. Anything else? She said, yes, right at the front of the store, we have two comfortable chairs where people can relax, flick through the brochure, create the design that they want. It's a real experience. I went, sounds brilliant, thank you. And just as I was about to move on, this question appeared from nowhere. I said, what happens if a celebrity were to come into your business tomorrow? And she said, like who? I'm making this up. I said, I don't know. Do you prefer men or women? And she said, I like men. I said, that's okay. I said, think of 2 A-list celebrity male Hollywood movie hunks. And she thought for a moment and she said, and she shouted out 2 names. Ladies and gentlemen of Ekos, let's do it live here today. Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to shout out 2 male Hollywood movie hunks? Shout them out. Brad Pitt. Who else did we have here? George Clooney, thank you very much. Anybody else? She shouted out 2 names. Interesting, they're the same 2 names I've just heard here now. She said, oh, George and Brad. Now, I'll be honest with you, what I would love to do now is take a photograph of everybody's smiley face. Because all of a sudden you just went, oh. Oh. She said, George and Brad. I said, okay. Picture the scene. George Clooney's been making a movie near where your store is. He leaves tomorrow to go back to the USA. He's been here for 6 whole months. He's heard all about your business. And he wants to come in tomorrow to buy things for his family. I said, he picks up the phone. He says, hi, I'm George Clooney. I've heard all about your shop. I would like to come in tomorrow and buy from you. But I've had enough of autograph hunters. And I've had enough of the paparazzi in the press. I would like to be left alone. So therefore, would you close the shop for me tomorrow while I browse? I said, would you close the shop for George? I said, I am speaking here today, as you can see. I've got another event tomorrow. I'm staying here overnight. I want to come to your shop tomorrow, and I want you to close it for me. Would you do that? Would you do that? And she shook her head. The next thing that happened was amazing. She just went, oh! I said, what's the matter? She said, I would treat customers differently. Not everyone would get the high level of service. I said, I know. You see, we think we are delivering high level of service. We think we're doing this. But then along comes a celebrity. And the bar is heightened. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing here is called the gap. The gap in your service that you never realized existed. The gap in the service that your competition can't touch you for. There is a gap. I said, what else would you do for George tomorrow? She thought for a while. She came up with 6 ideas in 30 seconds. She thought she was already delivering a high level of service. Then I challenged her with this celebrity service. 6 ideas. I remember some of them as if it was yesterday. She said, oh, the floor has needed polishing for the last 6 months. I will polish the floor tonight. She said, I'll have my hair done tonight. I'll wear my best dress. And the last one I'll never forget. She said, I'll get rid of the tea and coffee. No, you can't do that. She said, no, I'll bring in the proper coffee. You think you're delivering great service right now? I know you're not. Because if a celebrity were to walk in, were to email, were to contact you at an event like this, everything changes. You, your team,